And she's been like, it's cool. So she ran out of purple. Oh wow, that's crazy. I can only imagine how stressful it must be. Like, where I grew up, we had a lot of hurricanes come through. But they're a little different, obviously, than tornadoes. And, like, you have a little bit more warning normally with them. And which, for me, just meant that I had more time to be worried about it. But that's fine. So four of each it should be. Okay, so Georgina, one last question and then I'm gonna get started. Since the purple is a little bit smaller, I'm thinking 4, 3, 4, if that makes sense. Like, do four rounds of pink, 3 rounds of purple, 4 rounds of blue. So it would be like that. Like pink here, purple, blue. 4, 3, 4 works? Okay. Because I can do them all evenly, but like the purple is technically tinier. But yeah, it was definitely interesting when we, you got it. You know, we had some pretty big storms here, because I grew up in Jersey, and I mean, we had Hurricane Sandy hit us hard, and like I think Andrew was another one. There were a couple. And then when we moved down south a little bit, but we still we still get them. And when we were in our house for the first time, we were both like, and we had like the first warning, I was like, we had no idea how bad it would be in like this area, and we like stocked up on stuff. Like, we were ready for another Sandy and it was nothing, which is good. James was actually like, they were deployed, he was in the army still during Sandy, and they were deployed for like, I had to say almost 2 months to help with like natural disaster relief. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, it was. I'm glad I streamed. At first I wasn't sure what I was going to do because I was feeling just very overwhelmed. And I was like, honestly, like while I was having lunch, I kind of sat there and I was like, let's break down what you have to do and how long you think it's going to take you. And I was like, in reality, at the most, it will take me 2 hours. At the most. So, end stream a little early. And then after you take care of all the critters later, you can, you know, come back and spend another hour. And like, it just, breaking it down like that helps so much, because at first I'm like, I'm not going to get it all done. I have to cancel stream. I have to, like, it was like, ah. My mom says, thanks, you have turned me into a crochet maniac. Hold on. We have a support group for crochet maniacs. You have to bring your own hooks, though. Alright, let me add this to my cart for her. But, you know, while I'm shopping, look at all these pretty colors. Oh, I mean, I'm about to order her two, even though she said she only needed one, because I am nothing if not an enabler. The road to recovery is long for crochet-aholics. Just kidding, we're not on the road to recovery, we're on the road to the yarn store. Let's go. You have lots of yarn you can help, very good. So, in true typical neurodivergent fashion, right? I had known things that I needed to do this morning. I started working on them. I got distracted. I moved from one thing to another. So like I started working on one project and I was like, oh wait, let me do this real quick. Oh wait. Oh wait. And I kept waiting because of course it was raining like crazy today and I needed to take pictures of the snails for the pattern. And I was like, God damn it, rain. I wanted to take pictures outside. Rain finally let up. I grabbed the snails, my camera, out I go. I got mosquito bites. I'm like, super. But I got the pictures. Come back inside. Instead of immediately going and editing the pictures, what do? I wind a skein of yarn that needed to be wound. And then I went to put it in my closet. And then I saw another skein that needed it, so I wound that one too. And yeah. Oh no, the spiraling. And then I started to panic because I'm like, I have so much I have to do. And I think that's why I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, because the thought of just like sitting down and trying to like get it all done, I'm like, there's so much to do. So instead of making any progress on any of it, I just decided to ignore it all. Shockingly, it didn't actually, you know, help me get anything done. I know, you're all shocked. Can't relate, not at all. I figured that some people here could. I don't need to make when I have 3 blankets to finish. Oh my, yeah. No, it's, Newlina, I'm right there with you. I didn't start 2 sweaters on 2 different sets of circular knitting needles. Or interchangeable circular needles. No. No. And then adding more projects. Pick a picture? What kind of picture you want to see, Julia? Can't type and paint my nails. No, you're fine. Asked to remember something at work today and I was like, cool, thanks. I will immediately forget that. Huh. That's all right. I kept reminding James, like I texted him. I put it in like our like to-do list thing. We both keep forgetting I need to bring up like a vacuum seal bag. Like we both were downstairs with Maple this morning. Neither one of us remember to bring it up. Like, it's great. Even though, yeah, well, I'm not anymore, Georgina. Because I like both of them, surprising absolutely no one. I really thought that one of them I wouldn't like. I really, really thought that like one of them I'd be like, ugh, compared to the other set, these are awful. But let me tell you, do you all want to know what I like about each set? Baby patch or a crochet project I want to make. How about both? I can do both. You can get a 2-4. Oops. Georgina, do you want safety eyes or stitched on eyes? Do you want a mlem or a smile? Let me know what kind of face you're thinking. And into the damn sun. No, that's exactly it.
I'm an arts and crafts master. Why do you think I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm? Ugh.
Shay! Hello! Thank you so much for the 10-month resub. I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoy your emotes and the little flower pot next to your name.
I'm an arts and crafts master. Why do you think I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm? Ugh.
Chaos.
Chaos. Calliope, thank you for the 20 months. Holy moly, I really appreciate that too. Thank you both. Okay, now who's gonna do the one for 30 months? We got a 10, 20, no. The sub alert is part of the reason you finally binged the entirety of Gravity Falls, and what did you think? What did you think about it? I was going to look at something. Oh, the pictures for Julia. Like you just did that, and I already was like, do. It's good. I remembered. Oh my god. You need more gravity? Did you finish the whole thing? It's one of those things that, like, of course I want more, but I was okay with when it ended because that was how the creator wanted the show to end. He always planned it to be, like, from start to finish, those were all the episodes. It wasn't cut short. It wasn't like, you know, he didn't get renewed or something. So I'm like, yeah, I can be okay with that, because if that's what you always had in mind. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I agree. I want more. I would love to have, like, a book or, like, a graphic novel. It's different, Sam. It depends. Some of them are 2, some of them are 3. Normally what I check is if, there's, like, a gap. So, like, if I can pull the safety eye, then I'll try and click it one more time. But if there's not, then it's normally good. It also depends too, because like the yarn thickness, sometimes you'll only get like 1 or 2 clicks because the yarn is thick. Okay. I want to pick a picture of Patch that hasn't been shown. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one. Are you ready, Julia? Here's Baby Patch. He picked a flower for me. He actually pulled it off of a plant in my parents' garden. He ripped it off. It was not like he found it lying on the ground. No, no, no. He said, "Here, Mom, I picked this for you." And he was very, very proud. He was like, this for you, Mom. I got this. Such sweet baby. Baby Patch. Sweet little bub. Actually, speaking of Gravity Falls, let me see if I can find... Oops. Oh, it might be in the video. The first show Patch ever watched on TV was Gravity Falls, though. I did a thing and I did it for you. Raising him right. Yep. What is the best show to cure that Gravity Falls hangover? Honestly, try Amphibia if you haven't watched it. Try The Owl House. They are both created by people who worked on Gravity Falls. Star vs. the Forces of Evil is another good one. Those are ones I can think of off the top of my head, Jay. And Julia here. Oh, jeez. You asked a pattern that I want to make, a crochet pattern. There you go. That top. It's Tunisian crochet, so it's not traditional crochet. But I've had this printed out forever, and it's in my notebook because I think it's really pretty. Was Clone Wars. Tangled. Tangled's such a good movie. I love that movie. Like, that's honestly probably one of my favorite Disney princesses, just period. Like, I always loved Belle growing up. But honestly, the way that they did Tangled was just so good. Yeah, like, I've heard good things about the Dragon Prince, but haven't watched that. Oh, if you haven't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, that is top-notch TV. Dragon Prince is on my, like, watch list. I need to watch it. Yeah, I think Tangled is just the music, the art, all of it's just so good. The voice cast. I need to watch like the animated Star Wars shows. I never did. My brother watched them a lot growing up, and I never really joined him in it, and I should have. But I didn't. By the way, obviously no spoilers, but Obi-Wan was so good. It was so good. Oh, I know that it's good. I just haven't watched it. I think that the reason I didn't watch it with my brother is because I didn't realize that it was canon. Like, I didn't realize that it was actually, like, part of the Star Wars, like, lore and all of that, you know? I thought that it was just, like, an animated show. For what, Obi-Wan, Georgina? Tiana's another, yeah. I wish that she got more time as not a frog, though, if that makes sense. Like, it's a good movie, but, you know. Have a weekly video chat to watch. Oh, I love that. That's cool. That could be really cool. No, it's fine. I love Star Wars. I love Star Trek. Like, that was one of the cutest things, was after James and I met. He evidently, like, while he was at work that day, texted, like, his best friend and was like, yo, I think I met the one. And he was like, what, really? He's like, yeah, I think she likes Star Trek. And I was like, what about our first interaction made you think that? I'm like, you're not wrong, but, like, what was it? That would be cool. Just like more of like her, like the restaurant and all of that. I'd love that. Even though I just counted that, all of a sudden I wasn't sure if I actually counted the correct thing. That's so cool. I love that. Yeah, heck yeah, I want to see the cat. Oh boy. I don't know if FedEx is dropping something off. What would they be dropping off? Is my dog okay? FedEx just dropped something off and Patch didn't lose his mind. Okay. Oh, he just sat up now. I think he heard the truck drive away. I think he was sleeping. Can we just talk about how he absolutely knows what he needs to do to be a good dog? Like, he's smart. We have been working with him, not that long now, about not being on the couch. And for a while, like, we would put, oh, there he is. We would put, a curtain rod over the couch when we weren't able to be in the room. Of course, now he's up. But we don't have that on the couch anymore. Here, this was when I just checked in on him. So the couch is open. He could go lie down on it. And, he said, no, I know I'm meant to be here. Like, he's doing a big stretch and he just laid back down in his bed. So now that we've, like, done that, the next step is to, unfortunately kick him out of the bed, even though I love having him in there. But it's just one of those things where, like, every animal is different. And even though I like it, it's not necessarily, like, the best thing, like, for him right now, because he sees that then as, like, something worth guarding. And yeah, we don't want that. Hi, I need to get in there. Thank you. Like trying to get yarn and Artemis is like, hi, I'm here. Wait, let me, what? Oh, good girl scratching. Using her claws. Side note, what did FedEx drop off? How do we feel about those? I didn't put my lights on in all of my chaos earlier today. Okay. Hang on. There we go. How do we feel about those? Time to lurk, no worries. Thanks for lurking here. Looks good, okay. You're on a school trip to the London Eye and you're scared of heights. Be goofy and oh. I love that. I love that so much, Georgina. That's awesome. Oh yeah, animals they're too smart, honestly. Ooh, nice. Do you have anything planned for your long weekend? You probably won't be able to see her because of the little light, but she's like, she has her head in like the opening so that she can just like... Yeah, the person that I was with before James, that was something that was also lacking in that relationship, was just like being silly and like laughing, and it sucked. It was the worst. Ah, no, don't do that. Relaxing. So busy, I'm glad I don't have a thing planned. That sounds really nice, honestly. Jackalope, hello, welcome. See, the person before James was not bad. Honestly, like, I thought I was gonna marry that guy. We were together for 5 years. He was like, we were together all throughout college. We had gone through some stuff, but like, it was one of those things that like, I'm so grateful that he ended it. Like, I was obviously crushed at the time. But like, I look back now and I'm like, I can't even imagine what my life would be like if we had stayed together. And again, not that he was a bad person. Like, he treated me fine. It just, it wasn't meant to be, you know? All the jerks that I dated were like in high school. Those are the ones who were like, ooh, not good. Not the vibe. And James is also just so natural around kids, which is just like amazing. My ex was so awkward. Bless his heart. That's why that picture that I've shown you all before of James is like one of my favorites, because I was like, look at this guy, just like, he didn't even know this kid who was like grabbing his arm in the middle of like a show, and he was just like, like. But oof, oh yeah. That's why, oh wow. Oh god. Yeah, no. Yikes. Better look. Yes, I agree. And that was something that like I struggled with a lot when I was younger, like needing to feel like feeling like I wasn't whole without being in a relationship. And after my ex, like right before James had broken up with me, I like spent time like with myself and like hanging out with friends and like doing things that like we wanted to do as like a group of gal pals. And then James just had to go and ruin it. It was just funny because like I was not looking for something when I went to Home Depot that day, but here we are. So next week, I think I'm going to be implementing something new here. Yeah, and like some people that's either what they want or just the cards that they're handed, you know, but if you don't want that, there's nothing wrong with that. Like at all. But as we're coming up on almost an hour of stream, it made me remember. So Twitch is currently offering a, like, hey, if you enable pre-roll ads, so like set them to play at least so often every hour, we're going to like double your ad revenue. Okay. It also was a really good thing for me to like sit there and think, because I have pre-roll ads disabled, which is why I can like run a 1-minute ad whenever I want. But if we implement like pre-roll ads to start every hour for like, you know, 2 minutes or whatever, then it gives me a mandatory stretch break every hour. And I think that that could be something really good for me, because I tend to just sit here for 3 hours and I don't stop. And so I was thinking, if we enable that, what I can do is I'll have words on stream and we'll play like a game while the ad break is going, so no one will miss anything. And I will get up, I'll stretch, I'll walk around, maybe I'll use the bathroom or I'll get more water or whatever, but like instead of just like sitting here and like not stopping, I'm thinking like this might be a good way to like make myself take care of myself, you know? Because I don't always think to do it. I'm here, I'm just melting. Oh, Nat, I'm sorry. Roped into babysitting, of course. Without their full attention. Oh! Oh no, I'm in trouble. Oh, I love that, Newelina. I love that. So if you're subbed, then those pre-roll, like the ads wouldn't affect anything. And if you're not, it would, like, I wouldn't be here anyway. I would be off stretching or, you know, doing whatever. So I was thinking that that could be like a good force Megan to like stand up and like, I don't know, do like a couple of jumping jacks or something, and like, because I'm just trying to also like take care of my hands and all of that. And I think, you know, if we take a 2 or 3 minute break every hour, that's still like 56, 57 Megan minutes you're getting. And then Megan takes a couple minutes, you know? What do you all think? Because obviously I wouldn't want to like make changes without like talking with you all first. But I think that that could be good for like all of us to just force ourselves to take a break. You bought a second fan. I hope it helps. Just can't. Oh, I'm sorry. Your toes are too cold, but if you turn it, yeah. Unclench and quench? Okay. Only because you said to, Wish. It's bath time on top of the cat tower. So I'm not hearing anything about the ad thing. So I'm gonna say that we'll try it for a week next week and see what we think. And if it works, we'll continue with it. And if it doesn't, then we'll change it back. sorry it's so hot for you all. That really sucks. Think the ad thing is brilliant? Yeah. Cause like I'll do it every now and then when I'm live, but this will like force me to have to do it. To be like, oop. Like it'll give me a warning before like the ad rolls so I can let everyone know what's about to happen. We're gonna go ahead and play like words on stream. I'm going to stretch. You're not gonna miss anything. Like, no one panic. If you get ads, go to the bathroom. Get some water, whatever. Feel like window shopping? Yeah. I get that for sure. Oh god. I absolutely hate when it's hot and humid. I can deal with it being hot. I mean, I don't love it, but I can suffer through. But when it's hot and humid, I'm like, please no. Please no. Yes, Elf, we are actually. We're talking, I was saying that I might implement it next week, give it a trial run, but I was also talking about the fact that it could be a really good thing for me because I tend to just power through when I'm working and I don't take stretch breaks, and that's a problem. Like I end up getting repetitive strain injury and I don't take enough time for myself. And so I was like, if we did an ad break every hour, and I could have like words on stream up, and then I can get up, I can walk around, I can do like proper arm stretches in between things, like things that my physical, like when I went to see the doctor about my arm, like, because there are exercises I can do that would only take like a minute or two, and then we'd be back to it. And I think that that might just be like the perfect way to do it, because I don't often think like, oh, I've been streaming an hour, let me run an ad and stretch. But this will be like, it'll automatically be like, hey, we're about to roll an ad, and I'll be like, oh shoot, right, okay, I have to stretch, you know? Like, I've been live for an hour, so I'm gonna take a stretch while we're talking about this. Don't even respond if they, oh god. Yeah, I'm very grateful that I never did like dating apps, because oh god, that it just seems stressful. It is a big problem, and I feel like this could be a way that would like force a lot of us to take a break. Like, I could even make like a different like BRB screen, which is like it would be like similar to this, but instead of like the BRB, maybe I put something like self-care break or something, like to encourage everyone to like take that minute for like self-care, whatever that looks like for them. Because I do think that often we all just sit here together and don't do that self-care. But I didn't want to like just change it without, explaining to you all why I was implementing it. It is hard, but like, absolutely. It's hard not to take that personally, Jay. I get that. Put my face white. Ooh, that's a good idea, Nat. Exactly, Elfin. So I'm kind of thinking that the ad break will be great, because like now everyone is going, and like I never want to be like, there are some creators that run ads like every 20 minutes, and they'll run like 7 ads. I don't want that. I don't want that to become this. But I do think if Twitch is offering like, hey, we'll give you like an incentive to run some ads, and my body is like, hey, maybe you could stretch me a little more instead of just like powering through for 3+ hours. I think that that's kind of just like a win-win. And making all of you stretch too. It's a weird mix, yeah. Exactly, Elf. I'll put it at the minimum, and I'll always like, yeah, I'll always like remind people like what's happening and all of that, but I just think it's rare for Twitch to offer us anything as creators. Yeah, I could. I should. All right. Boop. Oh, okay. I don't know if I've heard of that. I think I have heard of the technique, Jay. I've just never used it. That's what I'm saying, Georgina. That's what I'm saying. Like, for instance, if you wanted to, you know, take a little bit of Jeff Bezos's money and, you know, give it to your favorite streamer, whoever they might be, even if it's not me, you know, go ahead and link your Amazon Prime and your Twitch. Yeah, don't buy bits on the mobile app. They are much more expensive there. And I also have heard rumors, and I do believe that this is true, because when I checked, it appeared that way. Actually, wait, I checked on mobile. Let me look. Now I'm wondering if that's why. I was gonna say, I heard rumors that they were increasing the bit price. Hold on, let me open another stream real quick and take a peek, because I can't do it in my own. Okay, so they haven't done anything yet. I hope that they don't. Maybe they changed it on mobile. Yeah, because for like $20 on mobile, you can spend $20 US on mobile and you get $10 worth of bits. If you spend $20 US on your computer, you get $15 worth of bits. So, don't buy your bits on mobile. It's an important life lesson. Alrighty. Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. I hope that they just meant that mobile was getting an increase, because, like, whatever, at that point. Like, it sucks and they shouldn't, but at least, like, there's another option, I guess? I don't know. Alright, I can close the duck stream. Track time spent on certain projects, 40 minutes, 5 pause, 45. Okay. Interesting, Jay. Oh no, it doesn't go, you know what that money goes towards? It goes towards paying your provider. So if you have, you know, Apple, part of it goes to the Apple, part of it goes to Verizon, I think, or T-Mobile, or whatever it is. But it's mostly the App Store that's taking the majority of it. It goes just to Google and Apple. I wasn't sure if it also went to like the providers at all. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, that's awesome, Jay. Did I copy this from Jay? What is it right now? Is it just... Hold on. Definitely just translated English idioms directly and been like, well, that makes no sense at all. Have to remember to do it on browser. Yeah, definitely. Don't do it on the app. Alright, what do you think, Georgina? Good placement for the eyes, or move them around a bit? Like, spread them more out. Keep them there. Good placement. Jeez. Got it. Translating a movie you didn't think you'd seen but actually did. So the other, like, gosh, what was it, 2 months ago when James came back from Alaska and I was like super sick and he was super sick and it was just all awful. Right before he had come back, I ended up seeing Crazy Rich Asians on TV, and it started and I was like, I feel like I haven't seen this. And then as I'm watching, I'm like, maybe I have. And I get to the very end, if you've seen the movie, to the mahjong scene, and I went, no, wait, I've seen this. But, like, I didn't remember, like, almost the whole beginning. And so, like, James came home, and I'm like, did we watch this movie? And he's like, I feel like we did. And so then he and I watched it together, and he had the same experience where he was like, I don't remember any of that. Wait a minute, I do. It's a very weird sensation when something like that happens, and you're like, what? I remembered only the end, yeah. Time manager, or my time is managed by children. Yeah. It's hard when it's not a lack of your time management. Like, you're trying to manage things and other people are just like, hello, I'm here, please pay attention to me. Or whatever. Start to disengage, yeah. No, I agree. Honestly, yeah. And I feel like that would have helped me really well this morning when I was struggling. Because I was like, I have so much to do and I didn't know what to focus on, so like I just didn't focus on any of the things I had to do and just kind of like, oh, look at this needs to be wound, and oh, look at this needs to be like put away, and it just... Yeah. See, I have taught before, but not in like a classroom every day. I've taught all different ages, but only for like an hour or two a day. And I can't even imagine sometimes. I have not. What's that one about? Oh, I have to check on my little Finch app. My burb should be back from adventures. Nooblet, how are you doing? Hi, what did you do today? Okay. Nooblet says, sometimes the top of my head tingles. What do you think it means, cheep cheep? And I can say, your head is getting bigger from learning new things. Or maybe it's a sign that you're growing bigger. My brain, I'm like, don't WebMD that. I like neither of those options. It means don't Google your symptoms. That's what it means, Nooblet. I can write my own, but what would I write? I also don't know what I would write. Like, what would happen if I chose to write my own thing? How that would affect her. I think it means you need to see a doctor. No. Your finch is called Waffles. I love that. Everybody's got such great names. Ignore that symptom. Let's refocus on something else. Let me know if it continues tomorrow. If it's still bothering you in the morning, we'll go see the doctor. I guess my thought is like, like, what about saying something like, it's important to pay attention to all the different things your body feels. Press the shuffle button, yeah. I was like shuffling through names and there were a couple that I really liked and Nooblet came up and I literally laughed out loud. And I was like, I'll remember that. And I hit like shuffle a couple more times and like 3 more times later that name popped back up again and I giggled again and I'm like, that's it. That's your name. I understand. Write your own response. It's important to pay attention to all the things your body tells you. What else? I think that's good. I love all of this stuff. I'm waiting for like a pride flag. I have like a rainbow shirt, but I'm like, I want a little flag. Ufu was the first one and I was just like, yes, Okay, let's see if I do my own response. Wow, I learned something new today. Thank you. Good girl, Nooblet. You're so smart. Waffles is the first one too, and it was love at first sight. October is here. And they landed on my face. Sorry about your face, ma'am. It's okay. Now we're hanging out together. We're both just, I know you just said BRB, but we're vibing right now. Look at us. They do. They do have them. What am I up to? Right, okay. I was thinking it could be really cute to have like wheelchairs too, but I also understand that that might be a little bit tricky with like the bird animations. But we do love to see inclusivity. Ah, James just texted me and said, my soda arrived today. Any chance you can bring it in out of the rain? So, I am going to BRB real quick. That's what FedEx brought. Give me a sec and I'll load up words for you all. James really loves Verner's. I don't know if any of you all have had it, but it's not something that you can get everywhere. And so he'll like order a case of like soda online. All right, I will be right back. I don't think my mute button isn't working. All right, be right back.
I found my people.
I'm back. Would you like to play one more round, or shall we get back to the bee? Please, another round? One more. You got it. Hey, did you all know that you can host on Twitch? You could totally host channels. Just saying. Oops, that's missing. That doesn't have that letter. No, already said. Nice. Very nicely done. Oops, wait. No. Don't continue. Okay. I was gonna say, wait, time out. Okay. Yeah. I wish that they would tell you the words you didn't get to. I agree. I think if I could make like one suggestion to them, that would be it. She's so beautiful. That camera doesn't want to focus. I mean, if you can memorize all of that, then I say you deserve to win all of it. Oh, well, those are like poop head people. And we don't like cheaters like that. So that would be not cool. My mute button's not working, so my apologies for sneezing. Thank you, Saren. How are you doing today, friend? My hair, I have like a hair that's like touching my nose. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, he'll learn from the consequences, you know? It's frustrating for sure, but... Teenagers, what are you gonna do? Yes, exactly. Yep, everyone who's coming to F Off Friday tomorrow, you know, wear some comfy clothes. I will probably be in pajama pants. Maybe like if I have some kind of cute PJ top. I'm gonna be comfy, okay? I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning. I'm going to come home and I'm going to get into comfy clothes. And I'm going to wrestle this king-size blanket on my desk. I'm sure the cat will be all over it. I'm sure of it. And we are just going to take all of the things that are frustrating and overwhelming, and we're just going to, you know, it's gonna be a bit of like a Stitch and Bitch tomorrow. Like, we're gonna hang out and chat. It'll be good. Also, I have to say that I'm really, really proud of the song that I found for the reel that I posted. So if you haven't already, and you would just do me the honor of like going and looking at the reel I posted and just like, you know, giving it a like. I was so proud of it because as soon as I saw that song, I'm like, first of all, love Adventure Time. Second of all, goddamn, do the lyrics fit for what we're doing? We're pulling out those forgotten items that have long been left behind. It was great. And then I've had it stuck in my head all day. Welcome back, Georgina. Thank you, by the way, for checking over the pattern for me earlier today. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. I was quite proud of that. Like, I'm sitting in my living room just giggling, and James, like, he's getting ready for work. He's like, what are you laughing at? And I played it for him, and he was like, oh my god. Georgina, you said you wanted a little black? You wanted a mlem? Is that correct? Yes, okay. Do you want like a pink or a red? Thanks. Have a good weekend. Enjoy that time off. Pink, okay. Like a pastel kind of pink or a bright kind of pink. Pastel. Got it. Do you like that color? for this one, which is a little darker. This one?
You got it.
Okay. I'm going to make that now so I can secure it before I close up the butt. Hello, Lots. Welcome in. Going to say we'll finish this friend up tomorrow, but no, we won't. No, I won't be, because I'm going to be working on that stupid blanket. Sure. It will be amazing when it's done. It will be. But until then.
I found my people.
Lil Sis Brandy, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in. You're working half double crochet in the back loops only, and you're struggling to count your rows. Any tips? Are you working on a blanket? Like, are you going back and forth? Are you working around, like, in a spiral? What kind of a project are you doing? Working back and forth for a cardigan. Okay. I'm working on a bee right now, a bisexual bee. Back panel. Okay. So when you're working in the back loops, let me just shake off some cat fur. Lint roller? Some lint's fine. We're just gonna forgive the cat hair. It's fine. No one's gonna notice. Alright. So when you're working in back loops, this is much too small of a hook. Much too small. Hold on. You want to learn amigurumi? It's a lot of fun. You should try it. Okay. Let me very quickly make a couple of tiny rows so I can show you. Of course, no problem. Happy to help. It's one thing that I like about Twitch is being able to like interact with people like live. Okay. So when you're working half double crochet back loops, you're going to only be working through the back loops, which means the front loops will be free. So here you can see the difference with like the pink and the purple. Do you see how the front loop there is free? I did not go through both loops. I only went through the back one, which means that that front one is there. So because of that, you now have like a ridge. Okay, so this would be row 1. If you turn it over, you'll see that row 2 does the same thing. Oops, if I have it on camera. That row 2 does the same thing, where there's a ridge. Now, like, they'll blend, if you will. So what I would probably do is you can either use like a scrap piece of yarn, right? And you can just like, you can pull it through next to like each ridge that you see, like when you turn your project back and forth like that, right? So there's the ridge there. Then when you turn it back over, there's the next one. So like you could pull a loop through here as well, and then you would be able to figure out that you have 3 rows. By looking at where the ridges are. Like this is like sloppy because of how I excuse me, how I turned it. The other thing that you can do is at the end of every row, just put a stitch marker at the end of every row. And a stitch marker can be a plastic like stitch marker that like you can buy at the store. Where mine are, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Or you could just use like scrap yarn that you have lying around, and then so like from here on out you could do that, and then you just count how many, you know, things of yarn or stitch markers you have. If you're going back and trying to figure out like how many you've done, that would be the way that I would recommend doing it, is looking for like where those ridges are and just putting a stitch marker on each one. Bobby pins work well. Yep. I hope that helped a little bit. Tried to learn crochet, messed up counting, dropped stitches. Yeah, I've been doing it for a while, and that's definitely how I feel like most people start. It's, you know, it's practice. And if you're enjoying it, then the practice is worthwhile. And if you're hating it, then, you know, maybe take a break. But it takes practice, but if you stick with it, you can learn, figure it out. So much. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm glad that helped. Yeah, another one, safety pins are something that I know a lot of people will use for stitch markers, because like they can close. Is that where you would like it, Georgina? Well, blep. Yes? Okay. It looked like a light bulb. Oh my god. That's adorable. I have one that looks like a sheep. And it's one of my favorites. Like, a friend, I think, sent it to me. Is it in here? I don't remember where I put it now. I don't think it's in here. But it is a mess in here. That's what it is. I'll remember where it is later. I'll just be sitting here and be like,
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Dawn! Well, hello. How are you? Thank you so much for that raid. They're not all fancy. Now I gotcha. Hello. Welcome, raiders. I've done that before. Or I don't copy my own raid message and I just like come into like the raid, and sometimes I'll have like copied and pasted the other streamers like name or whatever, and I paste that instead, and I'm like, But hi, friend, welcome in. How was your stream today? What were you up to? Thank you so much for bringing everyone over. I've done that too. That one's always great when you're just like, and you hit like enter and you're like, oh god damn it. Like you send the message without thinking and you're like, I didn't pay attention. Productive in Stardew? Oh. I need to like pick up Stardew again. I haven't played, I got like addicted to the game when I played it. Like, that's all I played. And then it tapered off, probably around when Animal Crossing came out. And I'm like, dang, I really should pick that back up. Dinner must be cooked. I understand. I too normally raid and run. Have a good one. Thank you so much for bringing your community here. For anyone who is here for the first time, welcome. My name is Megan. I am a neurodivergent variety streamer. I mostly cross-stitch, crochet, and knit here. But we play games. I do some other crafts. Recently I've been into doing like miniatures and chainmail. We have cats and crochet and chats today, so welcome. Also, I use she, her pronouns. Okay. I don't... My welcome thing changes all the time, and I make it up like every time, so it's fine. It's all good. Basically, welcome. We're glad you're here. Believe. Oh yeah? Well, that would probably be a good first project to do. Wow, that is a link, Wish. Holy moly. That is a link and a half. Why did that open there? Of course it did. Oh, yeah. I know those. I know those safety pins. They're cute. Okay, fix the maple camera. He just loving that box today. So we ended up talking with the teledoc vet again last night about Mr. Maple. And I gotta tell you, it was so validating to have that vet be like, no, they can absolutely be allergic to like, or have a reaction to the eye medicine that we had tried. Because our vet was like, I've never heard of that. And I'm like, Google says that cats can, like, that any animal can. It's rare, but it's a thing. And this doctor was like, no, honestly, what you're describing sounds like, you know, it just irritated his eyes more. And I was like, wow, thanks. I know that you're like really far out of state, but can you be like our vet, please? Because we're thinking honestly about going to a different vet to get like a second opinion on things, because this teledoc vet also once again recommended having an upper respiratory panel done on Maple, which we asked our vet about, and they were like, I don't think he needs that. So, okay. Because we were going to pay you more money to, you know, okay. Because this is what, I haven't actually filled you all in. Would you all like to see my boy right now? Because that's the back of one of his ears. And the camera doesn't want to focus. Maybe it'll focus better on that one. There we go. So the Teladoc vet, believe it or not, we use Chewy. Chewy has an option where you can talk to a vet for free if you're an AutoShip member. And we've used it several times, and they're always just so sweet. And like, this one was great. Like, she was like, no, this is exactly like what we want to like you have like this service for, is that you can ask us like all of these little questions instead of like running to the vet every time. You know, she's like, I am like a vet outside of this. Like, this is like a second gig for me. She's like, and I know like I would rather answer your questions here instead of you trying to fit it all in into like a vet appointment. And she was so sweet. Like, James and I asked her like, so you don't happen to be a vet near us, are you? And she was like, Midwest. And I'm like, God damn it. She like sent me a link to a book about cats. Like, they're just great. She was very helpful. And what we're going to do now is, because he does have some like food sensitivities, we're going to switch him over to Artemis's food, which is a like a sensitive skin and stomach. So it has fewer ingredients and less of like the stuff that he has a reaction to. So we're going to do that because she does agree that it looks like he's more itchy than anything else. Like, we showed pictures of the inside of his ears and, you know, based on his eyes and other stuff, the fact that he's not sneezing, he's not coughing, he doesn't have like eye discharge anymore, like things are clearing up. She's like, I think it's more than likely just allergies. And so we're going to try switching the food, and we're also going to, you know, just kind of keep an eye on everything, because like if it starts to improve, then great, but if not, she was even saying, you know, they have like medicine that you can give for allergies. Like, they can get allergy shots, or they can get like, you know, kitty Benadryl. Like, there's a lot of options out there. She's like, now, you know, if it gets worse or he starts coughing or sneezing or any of that, she's like, get him checked for, you know, upper respiratory panel. She's like, you still might want to, because like he might have, you know, some other stuff going on. But yeah, after the fact that like this vet also confirmed what my research did, I'm like, all right, we found another vet in the area that has really good reviews, and so we're going to wait, unless anything like gets worse, until we make the food switch. That way we can at least, you know, try and eliminate that. Although he ate all sorts of food when he was an outdoor cat, so I don't know. I really don't know, y'all. The pet guilt is real. It's so real. Get a bad rap and people are way less willing to treat them. Yeah. It's just, we gave him like the crappiest food when he was outside, because I would like, we just, you know, we wanted him to like survive. We weren't looking for him to like thrive. Like, this is a cat that would come to us, eat, and then go eat a squirrel. So like, we weren't going to shell out the big bucks for like the fancy stuff. And now he's on the fancy stuff and he's like, I'm itchy. And I'm like, do you just want the crap food? Is that like, do you just need to eat like French fries all the time instead of like a salad? What are we doing? But right? Oh my god. Yeah. We also removed all the loose catnip that was on like the floor / like in his box, because he does have like a sensitivity to catnip, and so I figured if he's rolling in the loose stuff and it gets in his eyes or his ears and he has like a sensitivity to it, Um, you know, that could be irritating as well. But it was funny because last night he was rolling around on like the basement floor where his catnip banana used to be. I was like, buddy, just trying to get like, you just got like a little sniff of what used to be. It's like, we'll still let him have it, but just not loose like that, where it can like, you know, get on his fur and in his like mouth and ears and all that. But that's true. I don't know how long he's had FIV. Like, I'm picturing that he's had it a long time, but no, you're right. He could have just gotten it, like, before we took him in. You're not wrong. Cotton yarn it's like amazingly soft. It drapes beautifully, but if you're trying to make tight, tiny stitches like for an amigurumi with it, it's not a good time. It's not. I love it, but my fingers, I understand. I fully understand that pain. I know that it is after 5. I just want to finish the body of this bee and then I'll wrap it up for today. Because I know that I said I'm doing a short stream, so I can get my other stuff done. But I don't want to just like leave this part. So I'm on to the stinger now, so it won't be long. It won't be long. And then on Monday, we'll finish it up. We'll do the legs, the antenna, the wings, and then we'll move on to cat and your red panda. Puns. I love that I have to go pick up yarn for my mom. You are so strange. Yeah, but at least I have a good sense of humor. Unclench and quench, good idea. Everyone unclench and quench. It is. It is. I'm just gonna finish up the little stinger. Because I just have a couple of decrease rounds to do. So they'll go much quicker. And you're like, yeah, so? I'm glad that I decided to do a short stream instead of just like canceling it, because I'll still get my stuff done. I also feel like more ready to just like sit and type and get the last few things done that need doing versus like before. Oh, do you want to see the last 2 that will be part of the sale? Oh my god. My bangs. Oh dang it, they're over where I... Hold on. Here's our peacock. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Fun thing with the peacock and the feathers, they stand up on their own. Which I love. And then the littlest of Yetis. With their rainbow hat. That was a project I had done. That was a project that I had started back when I made the Yetis last year. Or I guess it was at the beginning of, no, it was last year. I had made this tiny Yeti, but I never finished it. I never sewed the hat down. I never did anything else. And so I finished it. Basically, it's crochet thread, but it's very, so it's not split like embroidery floss thread is. It's like one solid piece, but yeah, it's thin. It's thin. I used a smaller hook than the one I did for the lesbian, which was a pretty tiny one. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those like real tiny ones. Mm-hmm. Never Ending Granny Square blanket. That was my first like finished project. Was I made one in color changing cotton yarn. It was red, white, and blue color changing, and then I gave it to James. And he used to take it with him when he worked the road trains. It's home now, but...
Found my people.
Hello there, welcome in. And thank you for that follow, by the way. Granny Squares, but I got a bit carried away. That works too, keep going. You're like, I'm making a big one. Yeah, those like blankets that work from the center out are like super popular. And I know, like, doing it in a granny square style when I was learning at the beginning was perfect, but man, those blankets get heavy. Oh, the star blanket ones are really pretty. Don't like that it gets harder as it gets bigger. It shrinks when you get, yeah. Yeah. Hello, welcome. How are you today? Where am I? Okay. Oh, very cool. I hope you're having some nice weather. I know a lot of people have been having some very hot weather lately. Stuffing. Can increase them, but going straight and decreasing them, just brain explodes. Once you get the hang of it, it makes complete sense, but I can see how it definitely is hard when you're not used to it, for sure, because I was the same way. I'm like, oh yeah, increasing it, no problem, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, I'm changing. And then, like, if you don't do it quite right, you end up with like a wonky side, and yeah. I hear ya. Oh, nice. What did you get, Kat? It's honestly crazy to me that we've had the air conditioning off for like the entire week. Like for this time of year. Oh, what is that? Is that like one of those things like for your wrist or something? Okay, yeah, then I have seen those before. You'll have to let me know how it works. Because as someone who like also suffers from like temperature regulation stuff, I am curious. I agree, Faith. It has been very nice. Which I'm sure will, you know, come back to bite us later, but it's been glorious. I also got my first mosquito bite of the summer today, and I feel like that's very late compared to when I normally get bitten up. So... Oh, really? That's interesting.
I found my people.
No, I get that. I hope it helps. Hi, Allison! How was the show? And thank you for that follow. Welcome in. It was so good. I cried the whole time. Amazing. I'm glad that you had a good time. If it works, definitely feel free to share. I've thought about, like, I feel like our Discord has so many channels, and I honestly need to go through and, like, I feel like maybe condense some or get rid of some or something. But part of me also is wondering if, like, a channel, I mean, I guess we don't, I don't know, part of me is thinking like a resource, like, sharing for different things like the temperature regulating things, and when Faith shared the migraine hat, if you will, and things like that. Almost like a neurodivergent tab. But I don't know. I don't know if that would be like a helpful thing, or if that would just be like another channel. You know? Oh my god, I love that. I'm sure he'll love that too. You think it would be helpful? Okay, I can make that. I'm already making another new tab. Which is like I started this one, it's just not finished. Like editing it. It's also on my to-do list for today. But like I'm doing a, like, what did I call it? Hold on. Save the Planet. And it is going to be for environmentally friendly products, reusable items, like stuff that you all have used and enjoy, so like links to things. I just found out, the reason that like sparked this was I just found out that Crest and Oral-B have a program much like Crayola. Crayola used to have a marker program. They stopped it when COVID hit just because of, you know, needing to for sanitary things, they couldn't like take them, but Crayola does like a marker return where you can like take old markers, highlighters, pens, like all of this stuff, you throw it in a box, you get a free shipping label from them, and then you mail it to them and they recycle it. So I just found out that Crest and Oral-B have the same kind of program, but for dental stuff. So bottles of mouthwash, your toothpaste tubes when they're empty, your brush heads, your toothbrushes, floss picks, you know, like those stupid floss picks that are plastic and you just feel guilty about using, but you have to use them because you can't put your hands in your mouth. They take all of that and they break it all down and they make things like plastic benches for parks. And it's the same thing where like you just request to mail a packing slip. You throw it in your own box, slap the packing slip on, and that's it. You don't like, you just have to collect it. You don't have to do anything else. And I saw that and I was like, I need to tell more people about this. Like, it feels very overwhelming when you're just like one person trying to make a difference in the world. But I was like, I feel like if we shared a place on Discord where we could all be like, look at this cool thing that I found, or this awesome product, or whatever. Like, all of us together doing it and sharing it with our friends and with our family, like, it all, that adds up. But, like, we can also share things like, this is my favorite reusable sandwich bags, or, like, I use Blue Land for all of my household cleaning supplies, and they're, like, zero waste, like, stuff like that. So I thought that that could be, like, a helpful resource as well. I mean, they say that they recycle it. Why would they? I guess my thinking is, why would they pay for a packing slip? Because, like, they have to pay for it. You're not paying for it. It's like, why would they pay for a packing slip if they're just going to throw everything out? Because that's just a waste of money. I mean, it's still better that they could be using it for something than just throwing it in the trash and it goes right to the dump. Because if I'm going to send it to them and it's going to end up in the dump, or I'm just going to throw it out and it's going to end up in the dump, I'm going to go ahead and think, hopefully they're not lying to us and will actually do what they're saying and make use of these things. Well, I was excited about it.
I found my people.
Thanks for that follow. Welcome in. Okay. We now have a little bee that looks like a torpedo. A little bisexual bee torpedo. Oh, goodness gracious. It's too cute. And on Monday, we'll go ahead, we'll finish it up. We'll do the wings, the antenna, the feet, all of that. But I am going to go ahead and we're going to get ready to go on a raid because I have a lot to do and I went half an hour over what I said I was going to. Oh, Lord. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for that follow. I will be back tomorrow at 3. And we will be doing our very first F off Friday, which is we're going to all work on finishing some projects that we've been ignoring. So I hope that you all will come and join us for that. It should be fun and silly and just an all-around good time. So, and yeah, Sam, I'll work on finishing up that channel and posting it today. I'm just like explaining stuff and giving some examples of things. Like some of the other things, you know, will be like reusable like period products and stuff like that. So, you know, like it's an all-around, I'm hoping, just like a sustainable channel in the Discord. So yeah, I think it'll be good. I think, again, if all of us do something, all of us working together to try and do something is better than all of us doing nothing. Until tomorrow, I hope that you all have a really wonderful time zone. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it, especially on a short stream. I am off now to go and finish uploading the last couple of things for tomorrow's sale. I will be showing them actually on my Facebook page, and I'll probably also upload pictures to the Discord. So if you want to see like a preview of all the stuff that will be available for purchase tomorrow, you can check out either of those locations. Yeah, all of this stuff's going to be on my website, though, tomorrow instead of, like, in a social media thing. So, yeah, let's go ahead. We'll roll some credits. Thank you all for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your time zone. I will be back tomorrow, like I said, at 3. I'm hoping it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it should be a silly time. So until then, friends, make sure that you eat something, you drink your water, you take any meds you have to take, you be kind to yourself and other people, okay? I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.